Hello Aquarius, this is a yearly reading for you for 2019. I have already done it once and I have rendered it and apparently I deleted it, so I have to do it once more. And I'm not very happy with this because it takes a lot of time, but probably this is the way it is. Yeah, so now I'm pausing and I will try to remind myself all the cards. Luckily I have this recording in Polish, so it's doable. See you in several minutes. Okay guys, so I'm back with all the cards except one that I haven't pulled yet, but I know which one it is and I'm going to show it to you right off the bat. Judgment. Yeah, as the main energy of major arcanas you have Judgment together with the main energy of Five of Wands, which doesn't make it very easy. Yeah, I don't think it is, but I'm not sorry. Because 5 means that you are in a turning point. Something's gonna tip and something's gonna change. And it is reflected by the energy of conflict, many voices, many different points of view, but there's nothing wrong in diversity, even if the diversity resides within yourself. I think it's time to appreciate diversity. Our inner diversity and the diversity we encounter in our lives, in our environment. So perhaps you start to judge it in a different way. You don't tend to overprice so-called unity or oneness. Of course, we are one. We are all one. That's quite obvious to me. But the oneness doesn't come from the uniformization. No, it does not. It comes from appreciating and embracing all the diversity in the world. So it may be a challenging year to you, where you challenge mostly yourself. There is some past to be left behind, but it's not an easy task for you to leave this past behind. Something holds you, something grabs you still. You are not free to go in any direction you want. But the feeling I had when I was doing this reading twice already, and I still have it, is that there's nothing to lose here. You have nothing to lose. If you are creating your new identity, and you are doing this, and it's visible here in this row, you only have something to gain, because your old identity perhaps doesn't work anymore in the world and the situation you are in. So it's good to hear many different voices and let go of everything that doesn't serve you anymore. You can also embrace the fact that you are a complicated person and that your past is anyway somehow embedded within you. And the fact that you turn into someone new, that you become more of yourself, that you wear a new skin, which is more suitable than the old one, doesn't mean that the past and your past decisions and your past life isn't worthy. Oh, it is, because it brought you to the point where you are now, which is the best point. The card of Five of Wands reappears here in the main row, main 4 cards for the year, main theme, and we have lots of fire here. Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands, and Five of Wands. So it's like you're pushing through with your claws into your new identity. You need to show the will to become her. You need to show the will to become who you are supposed to be, who you really want to be, no matter the obstacles. I love this card because it shows the will of life, which I think Five of Wands is all about. The will of life, the will of being heard, the will of being seen, the necessity to prove yourself in a way. And you become her. Beautiful, vibrant, energetic, sexy, loving, because she loves life above all. She loves herself. She knows who she is. Charismatic personality. When you meet her, you feel the warmth. She's like the sun. Shining, shining, shining. So you're on your way to shine, Aquarius, this year. How do you do this? Through hard work. 7 of Discs, the card of Demiurge in this deck. That's Marielle. I'm gonna trim it soon. I think it's gonna be less dark when I do it. Nevertheless, 7 of Discs, you have all the planets, all the elements depicted here. And you co-create something here. It's a hard work of creating your life the way you want it to be. In a very material way, too. It's like expressing this new personality by your deeds and by your works. By your works. Works of art. Or just works. It may be artisanal. It doesn't have to be art. Craftsmanship is a wonderful thing. However you express this new you, express it in a material way, palpable, seeable. And I think you're very connected with yourself through your own element, Page of Swords, Page of Air. The earthy element, the earthy part of air. So there's grounding here. And there's great connection by these tentacles. You can feel your truth. You have proven yourself. You have proven yourself right. And now there's a base to create this beautiful new personality. So I never said it's gonna be easy, but it's gonna be exciting. You may have the feeling that now is the time in the area of necessary, the lesson of the year, something that you cannot avoid. You have Wheel of Fortune, which is a very lucky card, connected with Jupiter, the great benefic of the zodiac, the greatest planet in our solar system, our protector, because Jupiter works like a great vacuum cleaner. By its mighty gravity, it sweeps the space clean from comets, asteroids, and all kinds of little celestial bodies that might be deadly on Earth. So you have a great protector. That's what you experience. But Jupiter, for me, this card, it's more than Jupiter. It's Wheel of Fortune, right? Sometimes called the Wheel of the Year. It's also about time. It's about right timing. So you may experience that the time is now. Finally something clicks. Finally everything falls into the right place, and finally something works. And it really makes you feel invigorated, I think. What do you have in the area of difficulty or challenge? You have the Hermit. So it may be that you have difficulties with finding time for yourself in all that chaos tumult and becoming. Time to really ponder upon my own truth. What is my truth? What is my vision? Like, you're so busy with whatever you're doing that you tend to forget about looking at this inner light of yours. There is something connected with vision here, because I pulled an additional card. Where do you want to go? What is your vision? It doesn't mean that you have difficulty with this all the time. It never works like that. A year is a great chunk of time when we experience many things, many different things. So it may fluctuate. I would just say it's a challenge to stay focused on this light, to stay focused on this vision. Never lose the sight of this, because you may be very busy. I think that's why it appears here. What's the remedy for this? Healing for you. Creativity. Yeah, this is the year of creativity for Aquarius. I feel it very strongly. And I'm going to read it to you. The card 39. I love how it resembles 3 of Cups. So you have something to give. You see it? The cup on the top overflowing, giving to others. And what you give is a life potion. Your creativity may change somebody's life this year. This is a profoundly creative time period for you, whether it is in the traditional arts, music or writing. Or it could be a new curiosity about exploring a way to funnel your creative energies, perhaps in a new way. He's funneling, definitely. To be creative, you need to access your right brain, your emotional sensing feeling center. Do this by trying things you've never done before. Get physical, dance, doodle. Yeah, doing things you've never done before. Something new. Definitely something new. When we acknowledge and act upon our impulse to create, we are aligning our will with the Creator. In this, we can experience the flow of being on in this we can experience the flow of being on your highest path. Start creating and notice how time has no meaning anymore. Have you ever found yourself lost in creation when hours just pass by like seconds? That's a wonderful feeling. Yeah, hours fly by before you realize it. It is not a struggle. It is pure inspiration. This card can also signify a birth of a child or of a whole new way of being. And it plays so well with this Ace of Pentacles that you have in your head, Aria. This is your intellect, your mind. What's on your mind? Something new, something valuable, a gift, a reward, something that may become a great thing, a beautiful thing, a worthy thing, something that has the potential to be bigger than you. That's on your mind. What am I gonna left behind? What's my heritage? Even like this. All right, let's move to the area of your strength. It's a great emotional strength within you. King of Cups, King of Water, King of the Ocean, King of Life. A very loving person who plays out the role of a father figure, but the very loving one. This may represent your family values, which may be very strong this year. But most of all, this is someone who really sits on emotions, really embraces them. He knows his emotions, but he doesn't let them play with him. He is the master of emotions, not the other way. So it doesn't mean he represses something. No, he doesn't. He knows everything that's nurturing him, that's going on with him. You see those choppy waters here, waving, but he's so stable on this. He's always on top of this. He's always ruling emotions. And that's beautiful. Beautiful energy, really grounding in emotions. and what to focus on. I had this very confusing for me card, 4 of Cups, which shows someone who isn't really interested in new things and is focused on these 3 things. So I pulled an additional card, and I have the Devil, which tells me really be interested in everything new and everything that brings you pleasure, everything that moves your life force, because the Devil is very much about the life force. It's about being in the body and being happy with it. So explore this bodily part of who you are. What do you want to experience? Is there anything that you were afraid of? Now it's time to try it. If you are afraid of something, if you feel that in this fear there is a chunk of your energy frozen, now it's time to defroze it. So, I would also focus on everything that is boring, and I would try to change it from boredom to maybe not excitement, but at least interest. Add some spice to whatever is boring. Okay? The area of mind, I was talking about it before, so now the area of will of life, passion, fire, guts. And in this area you have Queen of Cups, which may indicate some kind of vulnerability or the will to act out of love, which may be even unconditional love, which may be your strength because of this King of Cups here in this area. But you may ponder whether it's possible to be loving and strong at once. And this card, additional card that I pulled, 6 of Wands, tells me that yes, that it even can boost your courage, the way you go through the world. So no fear here. Sometimes I see this card as a very gentle one, but not here, not today, not with these other cards, all these conditions that have already appeared here. The area of money and finances and career and your work, you have the beautiful Temperance card, which for me is always a good sign. Finding this golden point, the ideal proportion in whatever you're doing. And my first insight was that if you are offering some kind of product or a service, this year may see you finding the perfect solution, the final outcome of this, the ultimate version of whatever you're doing. This may also mean that you're gonna co-create something, because we have 2 cups here. There is intermingling of fluids, so sharing information and creating something based on many different sources of knowledge and wisdom. Very promising card, I think. And finally, in the area of your love life, your emotions, feelings, and relations, you have Knight of Cups, which is a knight on a white horse. It's another creative card in your reading. So this year you may express love through any kind of artistic, artisanal expression. It can also indicate that you're going to fall in love with someone, or someone is going to fall in love with you. Of course, it may be. But most of all, in a very general way, this card's love in action. So you have King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Knight of Cups in your reading. Lots of love this year, lots of this heart on sleeve energy. Perhaps you won't be afraid anymore to do that, and that's great news. If you are afraid to express your emotions in any way, don't. Just don't. Just be yourself in this. Express yourself. Be honest with yourself and be honest with others about your emotions and feelings. And finally, the relationship reading, 3 cards for you. You have 2 major arcanas. The Retreat, which is the Hermit, that already appeared in your reading. I love this card so much in this deck. A lonely rock in Australia. Magical place. There's this sort of gateway here. I haven't seen it before. But there is. So what I feel is that there is an answer in solitude for you. So give yourself time to be alone. Not lonely, alone, in this positive way, in this nurturing way, nurturing to yourself and then enabling you to give to others. The other major arcana you have is the Release, number 13, which is Death. It's called Metamorphosis in this deck, so it's very gentle in expressing the energy here. Something needs to die in order for something to arise, to be born again. Something needs to be wiped clean from the surface. So there is this need to end, to let go of something, and to really make space in your life. Perhaps for this alchemist, if there is new love in your life, as I said, it is possible that this Knight of Cups will arrive. He may be a very inspiring person for you. King of Stars is King of Wands. He's a king of creation. So it may be a very creative collaboration between the two of you, nurturing for both sides. But it can also be your energy. It can be that you, in your solitude, you turn into an alchemist, the King of Stars, someone who is master of fire, master of will of life, master of creation itself. And the creation is what changes you on a spiritual and emotional level. By creation you end something and enable new energies to come in. So a very profound part of the reading here. But generally I feel you become more of yourself this year. And it's not without a struggle. The Five of Wands is a kind of a struggle. But as I said, all those energies will fluctuate. It's not going to be a year where you struggle all the time. No. You are also going to feel that you are very much alive and that you really turn into someone more vibrant, more true to yourself. The final card that I pulled is from Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. And this is Knight, be brave and honest. That's why I said there is nothing to lose here. You can only gain by being brave and honest. Let me read it for you. Knight. It's also about spirituality. So listen to this. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the... Once again. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you are in a space where there's opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice, but not in a humane way. It's more like a karma. Justice more like a karma. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. So it's the other way. You don't need to protect your spiritual path. The path will protect not only itself, but also you. And it's very reassuring for me. Beautiful message at the end. Be like this knight. Brave and honest, also with yourself. Who am I becoming and what I'm not anymore? What are you not anymore, dear Aquarius? Don't be afraid to let it go. It still co-creates what you are and who you are. Okay? Thank you very much for your time and for your patience. And I wish you the best of years. Good luck. See you later.